do a review of Unit 5. All right, it's a review class. All right, your homework was the self-check on page 278 and 279. So go ahead and take that out. I'm going to share our book here so we can go over the answers, which shows a way to help stop wind from blowing soil from a farm or a field. Everyone go ahead and draw. Please circle the answer for me. All right, I think we're a bit confused. Let's take a look at this. Okay, this one, is this preventing soil from being blown away on a farm or a field? What is this one preventing? How about Rosie?
Landslide.
A landslide. All right, what is this one preventing? Sam? A flood. All right, the answer is only this middle one. Everyone give yourselves a check or an X. If you got it wrong, make sure you fix it. Next one, how can people help prevent or slow floods? Everyone go ahead and circle the answer you think is correct. Yes, very good. Both of these are correct. Go ahead and give yourselves a check or an X and fix your answer if you got it wrong. This one, number 3. What do designs to prevent landslides try and do? Cherry, what did you put?
I put number C.
All right, try another one. Sophia, what do you think the answer is?
I think the first answer.
Slow down the landslide? Does a wall or trees make the landslide happen slower? Not quite. Banana, what do you think? Banana, what would you put the answer as?
Keep landslide from starting.
Very good. The answer is B. They keep them starting. The plants, the walls, putting rocks or metal in the side of the mount slope. It stops them from starting. It prevents them. If the landslide happens, it's not going to be slower. It's going to be just as fast if it happens. They want to stop it from starting. So the answer is B. Number 4. What change are people trying to prevent? And I want you to answer in a complete sentence. Sino, what change are people trying to prevent in the first picture?
Is landslide.
Answer in a complete sentence. They are
preventing a landslide.
Excellent. They are preventing a landslide. Everyone, check or X for landslide. Number 1. Number 2. How about Taylor? Taylor, can you do number 2 in a complete sentence? They are
trying to prevent flood.
Excellent. They're trying to prevent a flood. Nice work. Good girl, Taylor. And the third one, how about Nam? Nam, can you answer the third one in a complete sentence? They are?
That one is wind erosion.
All right, but you need to say a full sentence. They are trying
wind erosion.
They are trying to prevent
wind erosion.
All right, say the whole sentence, Nam. They are trying to prevent. Here, I'll write it for you. I want you to say the whole thing. They are trying to prevent wind erosion. Go ahead, Nam.
They are trying to prevent wind erosion.
Thank you. All right, this one was really difficult because not everyone knows what sea level, below or above sea level are, and mountains or the desert. It's hard to know how these 3 things are different. Which country would need to build dikes? First, who can tell me which country would not need to build dikes? Yusu?
Sure. which is covered with sandy desert.
Good. This word is Chile. It's Spanish. Chile would not need to build dikes because it's covered in desert. Which other one, Moon, which one would not need dikes and why?
The other one, but I don't know how to say this.
Go ahead and read from which.
Which is high in the mountains.
All right. This one is called Mongolia. Can you say Mongolia?
Mongolia.
Good. It's not near the ocean. It's high up in the mountains.
So the water cannot go up in the mountains.
Exactly. The water doesn't go up the mountain. It goes down the mountain. Why does water go down and not up? It starts with a G. Why does water go down and not up? Susu?
Glacier. Because of gravity.
Nice. Good girl, Susu.
Gravity. No, I didn't believe.
Good job. Because of gravity. So let me quickly tell you a little bit about sea level. Let's say here is the ocean. All of the oceans in the whole world are at 0 meters. They're at 0 meters. All of the oceans, all of the seas are at 0 meters, and we call this sea level. They're at 0 meters. 0. Sea level, all of the oceans. If you go for a swim, you're swimming in the ocean or in the sea and you dive down. Now you are below sea level, like minus 10 meters. Now you are below sea level. Below sea level. If you climb up a mountain, like in Mongolia, you're way up here. This would be above sea level. Maybe you're 1,000 meters above sea level. So sea level is just the level all of the world's oceans are at. 0. Are you above sea level in a mountain, or are you below sea level? Swimming or on land, some parts of land go down below sea level, and those are the parts that become lakes. They fill up with water. Any questions about sea level? So, Netherlands, which is mostly at or below sea level. Since it's below sea level, it's going to get a lot of water, okay? The Netherlands looks like this. It's flat, and it's below sea level. So anytime it rains, the water just hangs out here. There's just a ton of water. In Mongolia, there are mountains above sea level. So anytime it rains, the water goes down the mountains and it does not flood. Does this make sense? Why the answer is letter B? It's at or below sea level, so it's easy for it to fill up with water. There's no mountains, there's no desert, it gets rain, and the rain just stays there because there's no mountains. So it floods. The rivers need dikes, the ocean needs a dike to protect it. Any questions? Does this make a little bit of sense? Yeah, some sense, maybe? Not really? That's okay. Sea level is difficult to understand. Okay, everyone. Good job on your homework. Thank you for doing it. We are going to now do a bit of a review. First of all, what do geotechnical engineers do? Ray, what do geotechnical engineers do?
They study the land and study how to prevent land disasters.
Excellent. Why are they studying the land and trying to prevent disasters? Why?
Geotechnical engineers study the land to prevent something like flood.
Why? Why is it important? Who remembers why are they studying the rocks and the soil? Sino?
We can prevent something.
We're getting closer. They study the disasters, they study the soil and everything so that we know where we can do what? Geotechnical engineers tell us if it's safe, if it's okay for us to do what? Good, Puppy. Puppy, go ahead and say your answer for the class.
They study rock and soil to build.
To build, exactly. So we're not building somewhere where there's a landslide that might happen. So we're not building next to a river, right? They might say, you can build here, but first you need to build a dike or put in some sandbags. Okay, they're going to tell us where we can build and prevent them from being destroyed, okay? The Dust Bowl of America. What was it before it was a dust bowl? Taylor, go ahead.
There was grassland there.
Excellent, very good. What happened to the grasslands? How did it turn into the dust bowl? Moon, how did it turn into the dust bowl? What happened?
It rained, then the plants all died, then there was a wind because there was no root, so the soil from the wind it make a dust bowl.
Excellent. All the plants died, so there were no roots to hold the soil. When the wind blew, all the dirt went in the air, making dust. Remember, dust is dirt in the air, and it made a giant dust bowl where there used to be beautiful grass. Now there's just sand. What made all the plants die? Blue Moon, do you remember what made all the plants die?
It's the flood.
Not the flood. That's a good guess, though. Ray?
A drought.
There we go. I saw quite a few hands up, but I can only pick one. The drought. A drought made all the plants die. Okay. Everyone get ready to draw. Please match the vocabulary word to its definition. All right, go ahead and draw. Okay, it's very good. I see everyone drawing nice and clear lines. All right, let's stop it there. See how we did? Who can read the definition? Let's figure out which one is correct for erosion, this one or this one. Zook, can you please read the definition for erosion?
A process that breaks rocks into smaller pieces.
Erosion is the process that breaks rocks into smaller pieces?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, okay, here, how about this? I will erase the lines for weathering and erosion. Everyone, please match weathering and erosion to the right one. Go ahead and draw. I see the lines for weathering going here and erosion here. Luke, now please read the definition for erosion. What is erosion? The process.
The process of picking up and moving rocks, soil, and sand from one place to another.
All right, good. Erosion is moving of everything. Funny, please read the definition of weathering.
A process that breaks rocks into smaller pieces.
Very good. Milk, go ahead and do earthquake.
A sudden shaking of the ground.
Very good. Misha, go ahead and do volcano.
An opening where lava erupts.
Very good, okay. And landslide, the sliding of land down a slope. Down a slope. Next one, everyone go ahead and draw. Very good job, everybody. Hurricane, a storm with rain and strong winds. Flood, Taylor, go ahead and read the definition of flood.
Water that overflows or soaks in an area that is usually dry.
Can you say usually?
Usually.
Good, much better, much better. All right, remember, soak means to get really, really wet. Like if you soak your towel in the bath, or if you're on your bike and you forget a jacket, say, oh, I got soaked in the rain. I'm soaked. I'm soaking wet. Very, very wet. Windbreak. Nam, can you please read the definition of windbreak? Okay, let's move on. How will wind change a rock? All right, so this is the main answer, yes. Wind will weather a rock. The only way wind can blow a rock to a new place is if it's a very small rock, like a grain of sand. All right, this could only happen if it was a very, very, very small rock. Next one, write the numbers 1, 2, or 3 in order for how plants can weather a rock. Nice, okay, I think we figured it out. 1, 2, 3. The roots grow into the cracks and weather the rock. So everyone, I want you to unmute and say, weathering by plant roots.
Weathering by plant roots.
Weathering by plant.
Very good, okay. Weathering by plant roots. Next one. What changes do landslides make to Earth's surface? Choose all correct answers. Go ahead. All right, it's looking like we're picking all 3. I'm going to tell you, all 3 are not correct. It's not all 3. Go ahead and try again, and please keep your circles or squares very small so that we can tell which one you're circling. Go ahead and try again. All right. We are not correct. Letter A is wrong. Why? Blue Moon, why is letter A wrong?
Because the landslide can start the volcano and the earthquake.
It can?
Yes.
That would mean letter A is right, but I'm saying letter A is wrong. So that's not correct, Blue Moon. Rosie?
Because landslide is not big enough to start the volcano and the earthquake.
Very good. It's not big enough to start these. What about the other way around? Susu, can a volcano or an earthquake start a landslide?
They can start, volcano can start a landslide.
Very good. So volcanoes and earthquakes can start a landslide, but a landslide cannot start a volcano eruption or an earthquake. It's too small. It can change the shape of hills, and it can bury or wash out the place around a slope. All right, this one, we got earthquake, the ground shakes, correct. All right, these 2, what is this? You guys had 2 different answers for this one. Let's try this whole thing again. Much better. Here's where the lines are now. This one, the ground shakes, is an earthquake. This one, there's lava, gas, and rocks erupt. The landslide, rocks and soil rush down a slope, just like rushing river or rushing to school, moving very quickly. All right, last one, I believe. Go ahead and draw. All right, These ones we have a bit conflicting answers, but it looks like most of us got it. The rushing water, where the water's erosion because the water's moving very quickly, is the water in the river. Heavy rain made this stream. Rushing water of a river made this erosion. And a flood. Good job. Now, I have a game to play. You will see a vocabulary word. Once you pick the word, I will give you directions. You might have to say what the word means, use it in a sentence, give a cause and effect. I will tell you. Under each word, there are points. You can get anywhere from 1 point to 5 points. The team with the most points at the end will win. All right, here we are. Let's do 2 people at a time. Let's start with Blue Moon versus Sam. Blue Moon and Sam, unmute. Blue Moon, go ahead and pick a word.
Flood.
All right, floods is your word. Blue Moon and Sam, what can we build to prevent a flood?
We make a wall. We plant a lot of trees.
All right, Sam, what is the
Maybe
name of
we
that
make
wall?
a wall so the like a lake and the river or the ocean got too many water, it cannot rush through the big wall.
Sam, what is the name of that wall? Yes, okay. 1 point, Sam said it first. 1 point to team 2 for Sam's dike. Next one, Ben 10 and Nam. Ben 10, go ahead and pick a word.
I want to pick an earthquake.
All right, earthquake. Ben 10 and Nam, do we know when earthquakes will happen or do they happen suddenly?
They happen suddenly. They happen suddenly too.
All right, Nam was first. Nam is from team 2 as well. Okay. 1 point for team 2. All right, let's have Misha and Cherry. Misha and Cherry. Misha, go ahead and pick a word.
Windbreak.
All right, windbreak. Here's your question. Why do we need windbreaks?
Because wind erosion will blow away the rich soil, so we need to build the windbreak.
All right, Cherry,
Yes.
did you have a different answer?
No.
All right, Misha got that first. Team 1, you're being too slow. Oh, okay, Misha, this is my fault. Misha is on team 1. So, 3 points for team 1. So far, team 1 has 3 and team 2 has 2. Next up, Moon.
Sandbag.
All right, Moon and Sino for sandbags. What do sandbags help prevent?
Sandbag.
Prevent flood.
Flood.
All right, Sino said floods. We're just before you. So, goes to team 1. 1 point for sandbags. Next one, let's have one person from team 2. Puppy, go ahead and pick a word.
Volcano.
All right, Puppy. Name 3 things that come out of a volcano. If you name all 3, you can have it.
Lava. Rocks.
All right, lava, ash, rocks. 3 points for team 2. Nice work, Puppy. All right. There we go, that evened that out. Now let's have Zook and Pasta.
Dike.
Dike? All right. Zook and Pasta for dike. Name 2 bodies of water where you could find a dike.
River and ocean.
Ocean.
All right, Zook said them first, river and ocean. 2 points for team, Zook is in team 1. 2 points for team 1. Nice job, Zook. Let's have Funny and Taylor. Funny, or Taylor, actually. Taylor, go ahead and pick a word, Taylor.
I choose the word hurricane.
Hurricane. All right, ready, Funny and Taylor? Where do hurricanes start?
Ocean.
Ocean.
All right, Taylor was just a bit faster there. So 2 points to team 2. Team 1 has 6, team 2 has 7. Let's do Rosie and banana. Rosie and banana. Rosie, go ahead and pick a word. Say it again.
Erosion by ice.
Oh, erosion by ice. Okay. What is the big piece of ice that causes erosion?
Glacier.
Glacier.
All right, Rosie said it first. Rosie is on team 2. So, erosion by ice, 1 point to team 2. Jack, yes, Jack from team 1, Ray from team 2. Jack, what do you want?
Landslide.
Landslide? All right, Jack and Ray for landslide. What can cause a landslide?
Heavy rain.
Ray was first. Heavy rain. Team 2 is on a roll.
Noted.
5 points. Ray got 5 points for heavy rain.
Got him up.
Good job, Ray. Heavy rain causes a landslide. All right, well, let's do Susu and Sophia. I guess, Susu, you get another turn. Sophia, which one do you want?
Erosion by water and wind.
All right, what is it called when erosion by water and wind makes a river really, really, really deep? When there's a cliff on each side, what is that land called? It's a...
Erosion by water.
Not quite. Susu, what do you think? A deep... Think about a river cutting at a mountain for years and years and years. All right, no.
Canyon.
Say again, Sophia.
Canyon.
Canyon. Okay, team 1, 2 points. Canyon. All right, and with that, class is over and everyone's had a turn. Team 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 points. Team 2, 13 points. Team 2 wins. Here is your homework. You have 2 things for homework. You have to take your Unit 5 Lesson 3 quiz. It's only 5 multiple choice questions. It will be on quizzes and you only get 1 try, 1 attempt, okay? Because this is like a test. It's only 5 questions. It's your quiz for Lesson 3. You get 1 try. And since this is really quick, only takes you 5 minutes, we're also doing your Unit 5 review. Page 282, 283, and 284, your Unit 5 review. And make sure you send pictures after.